The next step of our setup process is to calibrate the clamping mechanism, the Deltawing of the Harp tuner, and also to calibrate our Chromatic tuner. The pins attached to the Deltawing are already preset with a certain amount of pressure. But what if, over time it gets a little loose and you want to tighten up the amount of pressure applied on the replay? This is how you do that. Again, with your jeweler's flat slotted screwdriver, you're going to loosen up the locking collars on the top and on the bottom, and that'll allow you to push the pin right onto the pad. And keep in mind, the pad is actually flexible, so there's going to be this slight indentation. In other words, there's convincing pressure. And once I have that in place, I lock it down. And I do the same process all the way across. But again, only do that if it's necessary, if you feel the amount of pressure is not adequate for your taste. But Dick does a very good job shipping it out already calibrated. Let me double check here. And you can see the movement too. I'm applying pressure with my index finger and my middle finger on the back part of the Deltawing. And that pressure is downward, and then with my thumb, I'm applying it upwards. And that type of leverage actually lifts the pin off the gasket. Let's take a look at this. Deceptively simple, but very effective. Now, let's take a look at calibrating our Chromatic tuner. We will be looking at the ClearTune app for Apple's iPad and iPhones. I chose to put it on the iPad just simply because we're supersizing it and it's easy to see. Calibrating simply means we have to teach the tuner what is considered our baseline. We know that we tune it slightly higher in the 443 Hertz range, because by the time we put the cover plate on and we have the comb and it goes in the mouth and the huffing and puffing, we actually detune it and we bring our harmonica more in tune with the rest of the band. That's why we're going to be elevating the hertz higher than what you may be thinking for 40. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to go up to the setup mode. Calibration, I'm going to touch the microphone icon on the right. What I'm going to do is I have a C harmonica, and so I select, and as I scroll up and down you'll see all the 12 notes are there in the chromatic scale. So I lock it on to C, and then I just simply hit start. And again, I do advise you to use a harmonica that's already assembled and start with a 4 blow. Okay, I'm going to hit start. Okay, hit apply. So at the top, calibration, it's going to read where it was last used. In this case it was 440, and after I save all the settings, then it will jump up to closer to 443, 444, which is what we were looking for. Notation, English. Transposition, I'll just keep it in C, so just pass that. Temperament, I find working with this and the Harp tuner, setting it to this setting works pretty good. Watch. Okay, it's near the bottom of my choices. Well tempered, and select almost equal. Okay, and go back to options. Needle damping. I like it on the far right. That will be level 2. that means it's not so darn sensitive to all the sounds around you, and then it won't be jumping around, okay? So keep it on 2. Frequency display off, and everything is good here, all right? So now I'm going to hit options up at the top, and we're good. We're good to go on the chromatic tuner. It's already been calibrated.